Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Desi, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, because I post every single week all about the paranormal, witchcraft, and paganism. So if you're into all that kind of thing, make sure you join the little family that we have going here, and I'm excited to have you here. This is my second video in my series of witchcraft beginner videos, so I will have in the description box a link to my playlist where you'll have a number of different videos for witchcraft basics and just witchcraft in general. So that's the playlist you guys want to check out if you're interested in tools and like wands or divination tools like tarot or runes or anything like that. That's where I'm going to be going over what they are, how you can use them in your practice, and even the history behind some of these magical tools that we use in our witchcraft practice, like our magical witch's broom, our besom, or our witch's hats, those kind of things. So it's more of an educational standpoint, but it's super fun to learn about the magical and sometimes creepy history behind these things. You'll also be learning all about different skills that you can learn and beginner steps for witchcraft, like tools and mechanisms that you can use to make your spell work more effective. The beginners, like dressing candles, how to use energy work, where does spell work come from and how does it work, all that kind of stuff. So my last video I did was all about how does spell work actually work. And then this one's all going to be about grounding and centering and what those things are and how you can use them in your practice, as well as what is earthing and why does it keep getting mixed up with grounding. Okay, so I'm super excited to get into the video. If you're interested, make sure you hit the thumbs up and let me know you like this type of content so I can make more of it, okay? All right, so let's get into the video. So the very first term that we're going to go over is centering. What is centering? We hear that term thrown about all the time. Centering is literally the gathering of your energy into a central space, a focused area. It doesn't have to be a specific space. It's different for everyone. Some people it gathers in the stomach, some in the throat, some in the third eye chakra, some it gathers in the heart. So it's different for everybody, and that's totally okay. It's what makes us individuals. It's where our energy naturally wants to flow to. So that is what centering is. Now, grounding. Grounding is literally the ability to connect our energy to the earth's energy and be able to simultaneously push energy down into the earth for recycle to be reused at a neutral point, or to gather energy through the earth into ourselves to then use for our spell work. Now, earthing is something that gets thrown around and is quite often interchanged with grounding as the same thing. Now, this is very different. Grounding is the earth, connecting to the earth's energy and being able to pull resources to and from that energy source. Earthing is actually the act of going out into nature, taking your socks, taking your shoes off, and walking in the earth, or touching your hands and your feet to the earth, okay? So it's touching our bare skin to the earth's surface and allowing it to reset our natural body system. It's good for your mental health, anxiety, fatigue, all that kind of thing. But it's not going to help you directly with your spell work. It's not going to help you manifest, other than it's going to help you be in a more healthy mind state and help your body become more in line to a natural point. So it's all important, but it's not going to directly actually influence the manifestation. If you're good at focusing your energy, you can manifest. This is just something that really helps to connect us to nature. It's really a healthy, natural, spiritual practice to have nature walks and connect to the earth. So you're touching the grass, you're touching the moss, the dirt with your feet. Now you can do this indoors too. I live in a northern hemisphere climate, and most of the year it is cold and snowy, and I'm not able to go put my feet on the earth. But however, I do have plants in my home. So planting seeds, that is a grounding act. You're touching the soil and connecting to the earth, okay? And when you're able to, and it's warmer, you can go for walks and touching the trees. That's earthing, okay? It's different than grounding, okay? It may feel like a grounding act, but it's actually earthing. Basically, the earth acts as a natural neutralizer. So much like the salt lamp behind me, it helps to neutralize the positive ions in the atmosphere, which are actually very negative for us, and turn it into more of a negative ion, which is actually very positive for us. I know it's kind of confusing and counterintuitive, but negative ions are actually really good, and positive ions affect us negatively, if that makes sense. The most simply put that I can put it. So it just really helps to put your body in a more rhythmic balance and more in line to how we once were as a people living in nature. Before, we would live in huts and in villages and be able to touch the earth at any given point. But nowadays we live in apartments and homes and stuff, and we're not able to as often connect to the earth physically. So that's earthing. Now I'm going to take you through an exercise on how to actually ground and center, okay? And this is something I want you to practice every day for a few days until you get the hang of it. And then at that point you can start using it into rituals. So this is going to give you a huge break with your exhaustion, okay? You're not going to get sick as easily. You're not going to feel tired and exhausted as easily. And that's something that's a huge danger with beginners, is you can exhaust your actual whole system in your body, and that can even come to your immune system. So we don't want to be affecting that kind of thing either. So it's not going to stop you from being sick, of course, don't get me wrong, but it's going to stop you from overexhausting yourself, which could lead you to being sick. So one, you don't have to be able to visualize to be able to do this exercise. If you're a person who cannot visualize, you can just speak these words out into existence, what you want to be seeing in your mind's eye. Just speak those words, or you can say it in your head. That's totally okay. It will respond to you the same way. It's all good. You can also use your hands, so connect your hands to the wall and ground through the wall or through the floor. You can use any body part. You can use your forehead, so if you're a person without hands or feet access, if you don't feel them, or if you don't feel connected to grounding in that way, that's totally okay. I've even been known to be able to just lay on the floor myself and ground through my entire body. So my entire backside is connected to the ground, and it'll just root through the entire floor. So that's okay too. However you want to do it, just pick a body part and ground through it. So first, you want to close your eyes. If you're visualizing, visualize this. If not, speak it into existence. So you want to take a deep breath, and you want to be comfortable. You want to be in a place where you're comfortable. If you are going to be doing a ritual, you can be at your altar and have all your tools and everything ready to go. It's hard to focus on grounding and centering if you're grabbing things and running around the house, okay? So you want to be in one spot. This is a focus time, okay? And then you want to visualize your energy, and what does it look like? Some people, it's our energy actually pulls around us in our auric field in different areas, and it moves around, okay? So for some people, they look like light blobs or color blobs. Some people, it looks like floaty, misty clouds. Some people, it looks more like sparks of light, or glitter or whatever. For me, it's more of like a glittery, sparky image, with blobs of like Baroque light around it. And I generally don't see colors. I usually see like gold or white light. So for everybody, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, as you're doing this exercise, you may sense more of a cooling or a heating, tingling, tickling type feeling throughout the body in different areas. Don't get freaked out. It's totally normal. It's just the energy accessing the body and moving throughout it. So it's just our bodies sensing that. So don't worry about that. That's just our bodies sensing and receiving the energy flow. So at this point, you want to close your eyes and pull the energy into your central pole. And it's going to go straight up and down your body, and it'll just kind of line up and be floating around there. At that point, you want to be able to pull it in to a little ball. So it's going to probably gather around your third eye, your throat chakra, maybe your heart or your stomach or your sacral area. That's totally fine. Just let it live where it wants to live, but pull it into a ball into that area. Okay, pull it into a tight little ball. And then you want to practice holding it there for a few seconds to a minute. And then if it does release and disperse, you want to pull it back into itself again. And practice doing that for a while until you get the hang of it, and it's easier to hold it longer and longer. This is a muscle that you want to exercise. And then once you're getting better at that, after a few days to a few weeks, and you're getting pretty skilled at that, you can then use it into ritual, cast your ritual, close out your ritual. So once you're done, then you want to be able to ground again and get rid of excess energy so we're not feeling high and vibrating. If anyone's ever experienced that, let me know in the comments. It's not a fun feeling. You can literally feel your body at a cellular level just vibrating its cells. It's not a fun feeling. So you want to get rid of that excess energy. So I'm going to pull it into a little ball. Once it's in a ball, then you can start to push it down into the area where you want to ground into the earth, okay? So if you're going through your feet, you want to split it into two, down into your feet, evenly across your feet, and then into the ground, into the image of the root system, like a tree, okay? And it's going to burrow through the ground, into the earth's core, and wrap around this earth core. It has a sphere, okay? So the sphere is a big white light ball, and it's going to wrap its roots around it. At that point, you can pull energy up through the root system into your body and channel it into your ritual. You can cast your ritual or use it to cast and charm it into a spell doll or a jar or an object or anything like that. And then once you're done, close out your ritual, and you want to do the reverse. So you want to pull it through your body, okay? So your body's full of light and energy now. So you want to start draining it through the body. Close your eyes and energetically push it down through the legs or through the arms, wherever you're grounding into, and then back through the root system and return it back into the earth to be recycled to a neutral energy again. And at any point, if you're feeling exhausted or having excessive energy, you can do this to either replenish yourself or to relieve yourself of energy. So this is something I want you guys to practice and get really good at, because it's paramount for your spell work and for your ritual and for any type of manifestation, okay? It's the most important thing. One, we don't want to exhaust you guys. Two, you want to be able to do as much spell work as you can and enjoy it and not feel exhausted, which can then lead to you not wanting to do your spell work, okay? So my next video is going to be all about how to get into the mindset of spell work, and then after that I think I'll be doing a video all about how to write spells and rituals yourself and my method of doing that. So if you guys are excited for that, give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment box below. Let me know how you enjoyed this video. If you don't know what to say, just leave a little magical emoji at the bottom there so I can give you guys a big like and thank you for watching this video to the end. And I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Stay witchy.